You said I might have a future in making drinks?
I think you might have a future in the alcoholic industry. Getting niggas drunk.
Yo, man. I ain't mad at it because I know they get tips like that.
They
Pause.
do. They be getting tipped out like that.
Day podcast.
Brand new week. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Feeling great?
Yes, sir.
Whoop whoop. EOD podcast. It is your boy, Sin Supreme.
The Day podcast.
Sin exclusive.
Gang gang.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy T.
TT will exclusive.
Let's go.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Squad's here.
We all here, baby. We made it.
Hey, made another week. Well into January. January's almost over.
Man, it's crazy, man. Time's flying.
Already. I feel like
How's the year been so far?
it's been good. Just got back from San Francisco.
Tell us about
First time out there.
I forgot it was your first time.
First time ever to San Francisco.
Talk to me,
staying in there. And
I saw you took the tram.
took the tram. That shit's scary as fuck.
You took
It's
the
really
little
not
trolley
scary,
one,
bro.
right?
Yeah, that shit's scary as fuck. What are you talking about?
Shit goes like 5 miles an hour.
No, it's not about how fast it goes. It's about the hills it goes down and shit.
Yeah.
And the brake is like manual and shit. And like it's mad old and shit. Like I feel like that brake can snap at any moment. There's no way that shit.
I mean, if you're thinking about it like that, then maybe. But don't they usually pull you uphill?
well, it goes up the hill and then it goes down.
Just release the brake and fly down the hill.
But I feel like if the brake were to snap, yes, it is flying down the hill. It doesn't seem like there's any e-brake involved or like, I don't know, but it seemed very manual. The dude who was controlling it seemed like he needed a level of strength that you had to trust him
You just
driving.
have one muscular arm.
Exactly. Like if anyone's driving, a car, the minimum level of strength required to brake and all that is the car's doing all the work. It seemed like this shit was like next level old school shit where he still needed strength, needed to be in shape. Like,
So let's keep it all the way 100. Like, how long does a city hold on to some old ass technology like that?
well, if it's like that, where
They probably
it's-
just keep
'cause
like keeping it up and fix it.
That's a
and-
moneymaker. It's a moneymaker. So we
Nostalgic.
paid I had to pay. Me and Shorty paid fucking. It was like $30 in total.
That's sick.
It's like $15 a ticket for the both of us. So round trip, both $15 both ways. So
It's funny how old school stuff and vintage items,
you
like,
gotta pay for that shit
You really gotta pay.
to
Like,
keep it around.
Even for like a t-shirt, you're paying.
That's probably what you would have paid for an Uber, though.
I mean, yeah. The area that we were going to though, like. It was a steep ass hill up ways and down ways, and
Yeah.
Wait, is it $30 regardless of how far you go?
yeah, it was just a hop on. It was
That's super dope.
Wait, okay, so other than the trolley, what you went to the bridge?
Went to yeah. So I'd say San Francisco in general reminds me a lot of the East Coast or Boston, in the sense that one, it's a very walkable city. Everyone's walking everywhere. Everything's close, relatively close, and then there's a lot of old shit there that people keep around because they like old shit, and that's how Boston is. There's a lot of like memorials, things, all that shit is in Boston. So like there's a lot of things, a lot of sightseeing, a lot of like cool things you could walk to. We did check out the Golden Gate Bridge, the perfect viewpoint for the Golden Gate Bridge. That shit's beautiful.
Did you go to the other side of the Golden Gate? Like on the hillside?
Yes, that's the side that I went to that I like took
nice.
and
Yeah.
I was in that side is cool. I didn't realize that they had at some point, at that point, or where I was at, that was the point where they were protecting it because from terrorist attacks. So there used to be like gun turrets and shit like that there.
Oh,
where
shit.
I was at. Yeah, it's not there anymore, but like that's
pretty crazy.
The idea of that is insane. That like you had to have gun turrets next to this beautiful bridge because you worried about niggas flying a plane into that shit. Or
I mean, it was a great viewpoint of the bridge.
I mean,
It's
weird because all the photos I took, none of them look like that's really my back. They all look fucking like it's
Like a movie.
It looks like it's fucking green screen, like green screen in the background. None of it looks like real with that in my background. Like any of the photos I took. So it's just like, it don't even really matter. Like it looks cool, but I look at it, I'm like, yo, it looks like that's just green screen. Yeah. Like it's fucking crazy. Like
nah. Did you? What else is there? Oh,
food.
The food.
The food was lit.
Better than LA.
I would say different. Once again, it definitely reminded me of the East Coast. The level is, I say the seafood out there was top tier for sure. We went to the seafood restaurant that was like next level.
Okay.
And the
was
Italian
it down by
food.
the pier?
It wasn't down by the pier. It was. I should give these people a shout out. But they didn't pay for that shit. But the food was bomb. It was like this Italian spot that just had crazy ass seafood soup. Shit was ridiculous.
Seafood soup. That
Yo, this shit was crazy. It was like a seafood gumbo type. Yeah, nah. And then we went to this Italian restaurant that we seen off of just, you know, I just be on YouTube looking at different things, different types of shows on YouTube. And there's this one that's where they go to like a very cheap spot. They pick a theme. I'm not gonna name this place because they don't. Once again, they didn't pay for the shit. But they pick a theme and they go to a cheap version of it, a middle version of it, and then an expensive version of it. And it was Italian food. And on this episode, the one that was the best was the cheap version, which happened to be in San Francisco. And so when I was out there, I was like, yo, we gotta go to the spot. And the spot was the meatball, yo, fucking crazy.
Went crazy?
Bro, it was lit.
All right, off air, you'll give us the name for sure.
Yeah, I'll give you the name for sure. I'll send you the episode because the other two spots, they normally film here in LA. So the other two spots are out here in LA. But once again, the other two spots, they were good, but it's the middle. And then when they go to the most expensive, it's like crazy. You know how they be having like $100 burgers at spots and shit like that? That'd be the most expensive usually. Is the one that be just over the top, expensive for no reason type shit. Because it's got truffles from 300 years ago type shit.
Kristen loves a truffle.
I love a good, nah.
I love it, but
Truffle's not to be trifled with. Don't trifle with the truffle.
Amen.
I love a good truffle.
That's a movement.
I do feel like the issue with truffles is the price kind of gas what the flavor expectation is. So most people,
because some people don't know what to do with it. Like they put all this extra shit in it. It's like you have to like
kind of let the truffle do its thing.
I don't know nothing about cooking in that manner. Like, oh, I'd put this to do this.
No,
but, like,
I know.
I just know I don't like it when it's like too much shit.
Too much. But that's the thing. You like a lot of people don't even know what to expect because the truffle flavor is very distinct. And if you haven't had legit truffles, or if you just haven't really had truffles at all, you don't know what to expect.
Hell yeah.
But you're spending a lot of money on something, so you're thinking in your head, you're probably thinking like, yo, this has got to be the best fucking flavor of everything I ever fucking had.
Literally, when I went to Italy, they had this truffle Parmesan cheese.
At a restaurant, or
like,
where were you getting it?
We were in
McDonald's, like
Sorrento.
McDonald's dipping sauce?
And it looked like a salt shaker, sort of.
Hold on.
But like the way they sold it.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, it was like very expensive for a very small amount, but it was so fucking bomb. And I bought some, and everywhere that I went in Italy, I just would put it on there.
You put that shit on everything?
Yeah. We were like laughing. We're like, why the fuck do I have this in my bag? But like, it was a good idea, honestly. I don't regret it.
Did you bring any back?
I just brought that back. I should have grabbed more.
Damn.
But Sorrento was really pretty, but it just looked like a Disneyland, sort of. Like a touristy. Like it was all tourist shops.
That's the part of Italy you was
I just
in?
feel like that's so much of literally everywhere.
What? Tourist?
It's like a giant gift shop.
I mean, think about Los Angeles. Like the Hollywood Strip is ridiculous.
A gift shop.
I wouldn't even say a gift shop. It's just
there's no real stores down there other than like
that's definitely
Sephora.
how I felt about levels of San Francisco. Like it was just kind of like a gift shop, like almost.
Did you go to Chinatown?
Yeah, Chinatown. Because I stayed right in the downtown area. My hotel was right in downtown.
Oh, nice.
So it was like everything was super close. So that Chinatown, cool. I didn't take anything. I didn't have to take anything subway wise to get it all around.
Oh, you should have, bro, just to experience it. Because their subway system, I think, is like #1 in the nation.
I now, only because of you telling me this, but prior, no one's ever mentioned San Francisco subway to me in that manner. So I didn't even know.
Or maybe not even
Wait, what is
so
it
much
called?
their subway, but they have like
BART, yeah.
Their BART system is really good.
I didn't have to take it. That's how I was able to walk
walking. That's why I love San Fran,
dude. That's why it reminded me of Boston, because that's how it is in Boston.
just
Boston,
walk
everywhere.
With that being said, did you take my advice with the walking shoes?
I wore some 990s, some New Balance 990s.
Decent walking shoe.
Solid. I would say high up there in the walking. Yeah, super comfort. Like,
she's got a pair of those,
and I think that's probably, as far as walking wise, probably my most comfortable, other than my Air Forces. But I didn't realize at least the part of San Francisco I was in, it really wasn't. I hope anyone don't really take offense to this, but the part of San Francisco I was in, the drip was at an all-time low. I didn't see anybody really dripped out like that.
Oh, for real?
Nah, it wasn't drippy at all.
It's just a lot of like tech people.
Maybe people were just kind of just dressed in their whatevs.
Like hippie.
It wasn't in their whatevs. Granted, the area I was in was still like every retail area, like every high-end store was around me. All the Hermet, all the high-end stores around me, but as far as like the drip, I definitely did not need to bring as much clothes as I thought I needed to bring. There was not. I was thinking that, but like, nah, it was not drippy like that at all. Like, that's
crazy.
And once again, this might have been the specific area of San Francisco I was in. I was right in the downtown area.
I would have to. I'm trying to recall.
And so far, everyone I've talked to is confirmed. Like, yo, that's how it be up there. People just kind of just wearing their whatevs. Because money talks differently out there. I did see some people with some nice. I seen homie with the Rolex, the Daytona. I seen the accessories on people that showed me that they had bread. But as far as gear, as far as clothing, that's not how they showed their wealth or their style out there.
I just feel like if I'm buying a fucking Rolex, that I would buy like some designer shit, but. Because at that point, you're already materialistic.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you would think they would care. Well, you would think they would, but it's easy. It's easy to care about a Rolex and not about clothing, because you care about the mechanics of the watch. You care about it keeping time and all the things. It's almost like tech in that sense. Whereas you can still care about those aspects of it, and it holds its value and gains value, becomes more valuable. Whereas clothing, you can look at clothing as like, whatever. Like,
but that's not to say that clothing doesn't gain in value.
Clothing there's levels of clothing that have the same exact value, but there's nothing in the clothing world that I would compare to the watch world, right? As of right now, I could say maybe a couple pieces that hold this super rare things, but there's nothing that, it's regular for a Rolex to sell for more. Like, you're spending 20 on a Rolex that's in turn selling for 25.
The only thing I can correlate it with is sneakers.
So it's just like, I was surprised.
Was the sneaker game any good?
No, bro. I saw no drip out there.
Damn.
I saw no drip out there, and I was out there. Maybe also because I was out. Once again, it could be the area I was in, super bar, but I thought I would see more just because the 49ers, their football team, won a playoff game that weekend. So the weekend I was out there was
active.
It was lit as fuck out there. It was
Nobody
crazy.
Came out though.
They just beat almost like the LeBron type of nigga of the NFL. They beat the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. I know you guys don't know who the fuck that nigga is, but he's like in the NFL. They did not go. Vegas lost mad money. They weren't expecting. These niggas was 100% the underdog. Like going into that game, and it was snowing.
Was it a big win?
It was a crazy win. It was crazy as fuck that these niggas won this game. So this weekend, we were.
He plays for who?
The Green Bay Packers, the team that they were going against, the San Francisco. Aaron Rodgers, and
I know the name.
Yeah, of course. That's how popular he is.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I couldn't tell you stats and shit like that.
But you probably couldn't tell me who the San Francisco quarterback is.
I couldn't.
No, because he's
Nobody's.
anybody. But he's nowhere near as good as Aaron Rodgers, who you heard of before. Couldn't tell you that, but because
was it his fault or not his fault? Was he the reason why they won? The quarterback?
No, he was the reason why they didn't lose. That's all that you needed to do in a game where you play against
Aaron Rodgers.
Is you just can't lose the game for you. The 49ers are good enough where right now where their team, if the quarterback doesn't lose the game for them, they can win the game. He doesn't need to go out there and he just needs to do his job and not lose the game.
Like they could just fight back.
Don't throw an interception. Don't throw the ball over. Don't fumble it. Don't do anything to lose the game. But as long as, because they have a really good running back, the guy who runs the ball for them, and they have, you know what I'm saying? So they have a good team. They have a really good defense
and a good strategy.
So as long as the quarterback don't lose the game. But here's the thing: the LA Rams beat my quarterback, Tom Brady, and the Bucks last week as well. So LA and San Francisco are playing this Sunday. I don't know if it's a Sunday or Saturday. They're playing this weekend.
So it'll either be in the Bay Area or in LA.
Well, the Super Bowl itself, I believe, is in LA.
No
regardless.
Matter what. Okay.
Because the Super Bowl gets
and then
picked.
The Bengals
Since it's only one game, they pick wherever the Super Bowl goes. But the Super Bowl itself is in LA, regardless.
Who are the Bengals playing?
The Bengals are playing the Chiefs.
Is it just 4 teams left?
4 teams left. So right now the Super Bowl.
I hope the Bengals win.
I hope the Bengals win too. The Bengals can win. The Bengals can win. They have like the momentum. They have the momentum.
My cousin, he's been a Bengals fan since he was like the youngest, and he chose the team by himself.
And no one right now, if you were a betting man, most people will say that 2 weeks ago when it was the regular season, San Francisco managed to beat the Rams. And in football, it's very hard to beat a team twice in a row.
Yeah.
It's the odds of beating a team twice in a row never happen. So everyone's betting against the 49ers.
I hope the Bengals win. My cousin will come to town. It's like $6,000
to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did you guys see and
that's probably for like not a good
Did you guys see the fucking halftime lineup for the Super Bowl?
Oh my God. They had a whole commercial? It's crazy.
It's fucking Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah, the lineup.
Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg.
Good for them.
I think I'm missing one more person.
Good for the Super Bowl.
Snoop Dogg, and that might be it. But I know it's
It's gonna be a great show.
That's gonna be so amazing.
I mean, everyone's gonna watch it.
Get your views.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit is insane. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige.
Bro, Kendrick, I can't wait.
I'm excited to see what songs Mary J. does.
I hope Kendrick does some new shit.
He will not. It's the halftime show. So
how do you know, bro?
Because you're having everyone in the spectrum is watching it, and it's a limited amount of time. So the last thing they'll probably do is want to waste time on something that is like it's the hits. Because with this many people, Kendrick's probably gonna have two. He's probably gonna do two.
Even a glimpse,
songs.
even if it's not an entire new song.
He's not, because he just performed at Day in Vegas last year.
So what do you think he's gonna perform?
That's what I wonder is what he's gonna perform. It's gonna be something off Damn.
I'd be down to hear "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
But he wouldn't do that at the Super Bowl.
It'll be guaranteed. It'll be Dr. Dre produced songs because Dr. Dre's here, right? So I think if that's the common thread with everyone who's performing at the here, they all have a ton of Dr. Dre production, right? So I think.
So is he hosting?
maybe he's almost DJing like
Probably.
What's the kind of like
like an orchestra
of the night, kind of like I can see, type of like doing that shit, and then it's just Dr. Dre type
Hell yeah,
of,
that'd be fire.
That would be fire, because low-key, that's the common thread, is everybody here has crazy Dr. Dre production.
Fucking Eminem.
Everybody here has crazy Dr. Dre production. Everybody here has the craziest Dr. Dre production.
Fuck.
Do you think Eminem's gonna do new content or like classics?
Everyone's right now.
They got Mary J. Blige
fighting for the classics. Fighting for they want their classics to slap better than this is almost like a versus type shit.
This is this is
with Dr.
Celebrity
Dre.
Deathmatch.
I think everyone's gonna be using. Everyone's songs are gonna be Dr. Dre songs, and you're gonna see.
That's the prediction.
Yes, that's my prediction right
That's
now.
a very good prediction.
I think everyone's songs are gonna be nothing. We're gonna see nothing but Dr. Dre's production, and it's almost gonna be a versus of all these artists with Dr. Dre beats.
You know what would be really fucking wild? This is pretty wild out there thought, mainly because I'm high, but do you remember when they had the Tupac hologram performance?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
So amazing. And I just think about that and I'm like, that's gotta be almost achievable in like now.
What do you mean? Like again?
Being able to recreate that and have a concert where you're not even really there.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't they do that with the Oculus shit now?
I'm not even saying that. Like, say people go to an area and someone's performing on stage, but it's like
like
a projection of them,
and it's on a loop, so you can show up. It's on a loop, so you can show up at it's on this loop, so you can show up at this time and see it from start. Or if you're fucking late, you want to see
art exhibit.
Yeah. Because that's they have that in Oculus right now. Artists have concerts that are on loops, and you can pull up and
just watch it.
Watch the performance. Snoop had one.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick though if it was
the opposite.
The opposite. You can actually pull up and
you're like there, or that could be like in your fucking living room, bro.
I like where T's going because it feels a little more.
Imagine being able to scale it and you could just like place it on the table.
Oof.
On some shit.
The thing is when I think about it, that technology exists.
It exists.
It exists. That technology exists
in a portable form.
Yeah, the implementation of it. Because it's almost. Because people are displaying NFTs in different ways. It's almost like displaying an NFT.
It's kind of it's fucking wild to me because I think about it, bro, and I'm like, we're really just a spitting image of Hollywood, like what we've made in Hollywood. We kind of put that into existence, bro. Like Star Wars, they had the hologram shit.
Kind of.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things. We've kind of put into like filmmaking.
I think one thing that is missing, honestly, that was something I saw a lot in when you look at those different like old school portrayals of the future, was the creativity was crazy. Everybody was like super, and whenever they show those universes, everybody's crazy into it. And now you'll find some people who are in, some people aren't, some people, it's still super fragmented, I feel like. That's the biggest thing about the way they display us, or our portrayal of human society in those movies and shit like that. There's a movie right now on Netflix called, with Keanu Reeves, called Johnny Nooch. I can't remember the name.
Didn't we just watch a Keanu film? It just came out, right?
Yeah. Johnny Mnemonic. It's called Johnny Mnemonic.
Okay.
The movie came out in 1995. Right? I was a super kid when this movie came out. barely remember it, but I remember watching it and just being like, yo, this is the future. This is crazy. So I just recently seen it on Netflix. Y'all guys gotta watch it. It's super crazy concept. And
I'm looking for it in his movie list. Oh, I found it.
And one thing that's fucking crazy about the movie is
this shit got horrible reviews.
It's got crazy bad reviews. Cause I watched it and I can understand why. Cause it's just like the portrayal of the future in the movie and this is so ridiculously wild. But one thing that was crazy about the movie, and I think I want to see if you guys peep it, at one point in the movie, iPhones get mentioned. Mind you, this is 1995, but using an iPhone gets mentioned. And it just made me just wonder.
He called it an iPhone?
Yeah.
And look at this picture of him putting on this headset with the fucking Mactic gloves.
Essentially, the idea of the idea is that there's people who are couriers of information, and the way I curry this illegal information is I pull up and you download that shit into my brain. But like Neuralink type shit. But like,
wait, are you talking about the movie?
This is the movie.
I mean, we might have to run this.
Yeah, you might have to run it. I'm just letting you know. I'm telling you the premise. That's this. Imagine that's the future. That's what it is. Like, niggas is couriers. Like, I curry information, and I just get it downloaded into my brain, get to this location, and then I give you the information or whatever. That's usually how I roll. That's how this world is. That's the future. Kind of crazy. It sounds crazy, but when you watch it, you can understand why it might have crazy ass bad reviews, but why mad people. The only reason why it has crazy bad reviews is because mad people have watched the movie. Mm-hmm. So you understand why people watch the movie, because it's like entertaining, but you're like, yeah, it's ahead of its time, low key.
Yeah.
It was a movie that it was trying to do more than it really was capable of. When you hindsight's 2020, because you're watching it now and you're like, all right, this is definitely not the future. This is no way this is the future. Because it's one of those movies where it says the year and you're like,
Cyberpunk Dolphin.
Yeah, I don't remember what year it takes place in, but you watch the movie and be like, oh, that was like 2 years ago, like type shit. Like,
oh no, it says 2021.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. So it takes place in 2021, and they talk about using an iPhone in this shit. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like, I'm like, yo, hold on. When did the iPhone go? Yo,
maybe he got the name from this.
That's what. And then once I start googling it, I'm seeing the articles coming up because the movie was popular for its time, but it was bad. It wasn't a good movie. So it kind of like didn't get the level of acknowledgement it should have for being ahead of its time. So I think you guys will enjoy it because y'all are in touch, y'all are tapped in. So when you hear all these references and you see all these things, you'll be like, oh shit. But I do wonder if that was the reason why it's funny that that's how homie makes money, is by trafficking illegal information in your brain. Like, I just wonder, what if that was a way to make money in 2022 right now? Like, yo, like, you can get some information downloaded in your brain and then traffic it through time, like through an area, and be like, yo, all right, here's this info. Like,
or you could just text a nigga.
That's what I'm saying. But this is 1995, so texting and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that level of contact didn't exist.
But is the information going to come in the download form as like when you go to speak, it's just going to like you're going to have information, or just like it was a text?
No, it was like, it was essentially it was almost like it was essentially before what the information he's trapping right now through his brain, I would be able to give Terrence on an external hard drive. If I just
airdrop
it to a nigga, 100,000%. Well, no, it was heavy information, so it was probably, realistically, it was like 3 terabytes of information, maybe 4. So it was like
we could hook up the external
hard drive. Realistically, the information that he was transporting was a lot. So that's the whole thing about the movie, is that he has to, you know, get an enhancement, you know. So like it's a cool concept, but just the idea of just what they're doing didn't exist at this
Until, like, right
time.
now.
But they explore all those concepts. They homie goes on the internet. The internet in this movie is a full-on 3D interface that is essentially Oculus. Oculus in this movie is the internet. It's fucking crazy. So
That's cool.
watching it was very surreal. It was like hitting the notes. When I
Okay,
was a
what's the
kid.
name of this again?
Johnny Mnemonic.
All right.
Check it
And
out.
this is definitely not a fucking endorsement because this movie you watch it, you're like, all right, this movie wasn't good. You understand why this movie
But
got
for
shitty
something,
reviews.
It's good for something.
Yeah,
You can't recommend a movie and then shit on it.
Well,
Obviously, there's some level of it that you like enjoy.
oh no, I enjoy the level of insight into the human mind as far as like we're constantly thinking ahead of our time. We never really have an understanding of our capabilities.
Wait,
This movie was-
I got the perfect segue from what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about like going on beyond our capabilities. We don't know what we're actually capable
of 100%.
This article just came out of this foundation. It's a cryo lab where they kind of like freeze people, right? So pretty much like it's in Arizona, and currently they're doing this project where they're keeping 200 bodies frozen in hopes that they're going to develop technology to kind of resurrect these people and bring them back to life.
My only thinking is, all right, if you volunteer for this, I don't give a fuck. Fine. If you want to waste your life, volunteer for this. If you did you volunteer for this and you're just like normal living, or are you volunteer for this and you're like dying?
I
type
think
shit?
I would assume it's die and then you donate your body to science.
Because in that
Wait, are we
case,
talking about the people that are working on it?
the people that are frozen.
Oh, I mean,
If you're
no,
because
you pay them, so it costs apparently 200,000.
But the people who's getting frozen, am I like, do I got cancer and I'm getting frozen,
Walt
or
Disney's frozen? Remember that?
But Walt Disney was dying from something. He was dying from something. So for him to get brought back, not only we need to fix the frozen shit, we would need to have the cure to whatever he was dying from. The only way I'm like totally
transplant.
The only way I'm totally bought in is if either they do find those cures for that so that we're able to bring people, if all right, fine, that's the case, or if they're freezing people who are like, all right, I'm healthy, I just want to live in 2065.
Oh, that would
freeze me right now because the world's trash right now. There's no one doing that. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who's healthy, living life, they're living life right now.
That would be crazy though.
I feel like anyone who's getting frozen right now like that, they're probably dying or already died. So to me, that shit is invalid. It's invalid, like, because like those people aren't coming back till we even find the cure for whatever killed them originally.
And if you get frozen like that, wouldn't you technically die? And then,
well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Bring you back to life.
So you got to have two. You have to have the way to bring them back to life from being frozen.
You think a defib would work?
I don't know what would even work. I don't know what would even,
because their cells would like
I don't even know. I don't know what level of preservation your body is at when you're frozen. I don't know what
Yeah,
it
like,
is.
are
you
like, I feel like a membrane seems like how when you're in the womb, like something more like that would be.
Because think of all the things that happen when a body dies, like how you decompose and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So does all that literally stop when you're frozen? Is that what we're saying? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Because if it is, then maybe all they have to do is thaw you out and then hit you with the defib, bring your body back to life, and then hit you with the cure for cancer, and then they give you the cure for cancer and you're back to life and you're good? Is that what they're saying?
Hey, maybe.
Maybe.
The future is upon us. We shall see.
I don't know about that, because
I'm reading. Yeah, they say when you're thawed, you'll still be dead.
Of course you'll still be dead because you were dead before.
So you would have to, but they're developing the Neuralink. So what if you fucking?
Have you guys ever seen
What,
Austin Powers?
when you say Neuralink, you talking about Elon Musk shit? Elon, you better get that bullshit out of here, nigga. The only way niggas is getting the Neuralink is if you get the Neuralink, nigga. You're a rich ass trillionaire, whatever the fuck, how much money you have. There's no way I'm installing some shit in my brain if you ain't putting shit in your fucking brain, bro. This nigga's literally, you see niggas making fun of it because he's saying like, oh, the Neuralink will help you remember. Like, nigga, he's talking about your memory, dog. Like, bro, the memory does the same shit as the Neuralink, essentially. Oh, unless he's talking about it being displayed in a TV manner, obviously. That, like...
No, they said you'll be able to record your memories. So, like, from what you're seeing.
That's what a camera's for, nigga. I'll use a camera, dog.
It's wild to me.
It's not that it's crazy to me, but once again,
you can't.
He's talking about a level of invasion your rich ass got to do first before I even think about doing some shit. If he's walking around without it, why the fuck would I need it?
Would you be a volunteer?
I'm not no.
For some bread?
He's got, nigga, you volunteer, bro. Elon, you volunteer.
What if he offers you $250,000?
If he's not buying into it,
you're not in.
I'm not in. He's whipping his Teslas around. He's whipping his Cybertruck around.
How could he prove to you though if he did have it? Like, how do you even prove that you have Neuralink? Like, is it going to be like?
Bro, he's an alien. He's gonna fucking.
He's probably 5,000 years old.
One thing I do know about him is the man is successful, right?
100%. He's got, actually, side note, his factory is just got coined the most productive factory in North America.
So if they
produce almost 90,000 cars a week.
If he's successful without the Neuralink, then I don't think I would need it. If he's living life and enjoying life without the Neuralink, then what the fuck I need a Neuralink for?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Live my motherfucking life.
Yeah, what the fuck? He literally is he's all in on a Tesla. He drive like he fucks with electric
Teslas
cars.
are hot right now.
No, but just in general, like when it comes to the use of the technology,
his technology.
I can't.
Flamethrower.
Steve Jobs, would you be using an iPhone if Steve Jobs was using an Android? If he was like, oh yeah, use the iPhone and he's on an Android? No, nigga, you wouldn't trust him. You wouldn't buy into it. I'm sorry. If the main dude who's inventing it is not even using it, what the fuck I got with a fucking Neuralink installing that shit in my brain?
No, for sure.
Because that's a shit when like when it's connected to you, when magnetism rates type shit, that's when I start to worry about that shit. What is it like? Like what if you got tased with that shit on? Is that shit affected if I got tased?
We're electric. Who knows?
Or if I get hit, you know what I'm saying? Like thunderstorm and some shit. Like who the fuck knows? I'm sorry, Elon, but I'm not sold on that shit. I ain't putting no shit in my brain right now. We just fuck
Kristen, would you be in?
She's not in. There's no way.
Link me up. No.
I don't believe that at all.
No.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
She said, link me up.
I don't think so at all. I'm really not interested. Like, maybe it would be cool. Maybe it would be like, there's a point to it all, but I don't really see myself doing that.
Since I started rewatching Black Mirror, and there's this one episode where they like implant AR into his like
I love all those episodes.
So fucking crazy.
So cool. The only one that fucked with me was the one where the dude and it was a couple and you can recall everything.
Oh, and he like kills her or something.
He ends up. I think he might end up killing her or something like that. No, I don't remember, but it
was some crazy shit.
They would have arguments and they would bring up shit that they in show like. And the one thing that fucked with me that I was like very surprised with that. I mean, it worked for the episode was when they were fucking and they were watching old footage of them fucking.
So weird.
And that was how they were fucking while watching old footage of them fucking. And I'm like, yo, There's no way if I'm fucking you, I'm gonna watch some old footage fucking you. That's just it just didn't make sense to me. Like, yo, there's no way to that's how he was making fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm gonna just recreate that new footage. Like, but sorry, Elon, you I'm not sold on your brain fucking Neuralink yet. And neither are these guys took, you know, I know y'all capping, y'all took mad fucking long to get the vaccine, so I know the fuck y'all ain't getting no fucking brain fucking Neuralinks.
Yo, honestly, fucking vaccine, whatever. Yeah. We're not gonna give it its time right now. Yeah,
no, I mean, come on now.
I don't want to talk about that.
It's 2022. We've been done with that shit. Like, come on now. Like, you either feel how you feel about it or you don't. You know, like, it is what it is. Like, people are living life now. Like, it is what it is. As long as you're safe about your shit, please, people, you know, don't do some shit to put other people in danger. I've been seeing a lot of that online. I have been seeing, like, even though I think it's fucked up if you read someone's text messages from afar. Did you guys see when, like, homie was
on the plane?
Yeah, did y'all see that shit?
Oh, it was like, I mean, I feel like I've seen several, but they just said,
I've seen more than that one too. I've seen more than that one too. I heard like a conversation.
That is OD to be really filming somebody else's text.
That's a little fucked up. But at the same time,
but it's also 5 days.
If they have a large font and
they had a large font, so they had a large font. That was one.
But maybe she had 5 days and that, like, 5 days with COVID, because now you can go back to work.
I think
I'm just saying, maybe in one of those
instances, regardless of the time, if you don't, regardless if you just do that,
in general,
in general, you are putting people at risk. You at the end of the day, you are.
Oh, I thought we were talking about looking at the phone.
Oh, no. Like, I was talking about the amount of time she was saying.
Yeah, but I mean, technically it's allowed now. So, like, we could know that it's wrong, but it's still, like, that's what's allowed.
Well, I think technically, right?
It's all about the rules these days.
I think it is all about the rules these days. Why would you, what would you guys do?
What if we went down, never mind, I'm not even going to say. What would we do if what?
If you tested positive and tomorrow you had to go home and you're in Hawaii. Or you're like in...
I don't think they'd let you travel.
You're in Cancun.
No, you get stuck. You have to stay.
No.
Hope you have money.
No. The only people who know...
Are me and him?
Yes. So, like, you can go home right now. You can travel home.
You have to...
Would you guys feel comfortable? Would you guys personally feel comfortable knowing you have COVID, being around a bunch of people traveling... And that's real, because that's really what it comes down to. Like,
because a lot of people are going to get sick from you being on an airplane.
Or technically, realistically, no one could. Realistically,
if everyone kept their mask on and nobody took it off.
I won't even say no one could. Just the way COVID works, just the way viruses work. Mad people could get sick, or no one could.
Yeah. I don't know. If I was on, I mean, like, right now, I don't know. That's like, I don't want to answer that question. That's fucked up.
It is crazy to think about when I see someone putting someone's text message out like that.
I mean, I missed out on thousands of dollars.
That's ultimatally what I was
That's really what it is. That's what's like, I would feel weird putting that photo out.
Because you look like a weirdo.
Luckily, I mean, that's the thing. The actual original message, I don't know who actually put even the original text message out, you know, let alone the person who was on that plane with
I guess
COVID.
If it was in my clear view and I saw that, I'd be like...
Yeah, what would you do?
I would probably just text Chris and be like,
What would you do though? What would you do though? You tell Kristen.
I would probably...
What would you do?
I would probably ask to remove my seat, or like, I don't know. What do? You tell you snitch? Are you gonna say
that?
No, I'd be like, yo, can I move? I'd be like, can you? No, I'd be like, can you move?
You tell me, be like, yo, nigga, I know you got COVID, you nasty motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker, I know you got COVID, you nasty.
I have a COVID radar.
You need to go sit in the bathroom for the rest of this fucking flight, you nasty motherfucker.
You little bitch. Kick him around and shit.
No, I'm not gonna lie. The last time I was on a flight, I did read the person in front of me's text, and she was talking to somebody about how George Floyd should not have gotten like punished, or not George Floyd, but what was his name?
Hold on, the dude who killed George Floyd?
Yeah.
Oh, the cop?
Yeah, like they were like,
Fuck
she
that.
was like, the girl that was sitting there was like kind of trying to defend like the reality that he should go to jail. And then the other person that she was texting was like upset about the outcome. And I was just like,
wild.
what the fuck? Like,
That sounds wild, but that's the world we live in nowadays. Like, none of that
I wouldn't
shit
film that
surprised
and
me.
post it though, you know? I mean, like,
Yeah.
regardless of what it
Yeah.
is, like, I'm not,
Yeah.
even if it's COVID.
No, racist shit, I'm going to film and post. I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah.
I'm going to film and post that shit. Like, yo, this nigga's racist as fuck.
I mean, in her defense, she was like, she was trying
some
to
George
like,
Floyd shit? Nah. Hell yeah.
the other person was full gone,
Yeah,
and this
nah.
lady was like, no.
Nah,
I was like,
some racist shit I'm going to film all the time.
So you're a snitch.
And that shit, hell yeah. Don't do no race. If you a white person and you racist, don't do it around me because I'm a snitch on you. I'm gonna let everyone know that you're racist. They should spit in your coffee. They should lick your burger before they give it to you. They should fart in your sandwich. Like,
It's just
all
hard
that
to
shit.
think that people can still be racist. And
Bro, it's what we. All right. Unfortunately, us as a culture, we do it to ourselves in the sense that a lot of the stuff that gets portrayed always isn't the most positive, you know? And that be what it is when you come from a position that we were set in this country, you know? We didn't have that leg up that a lot of white people had in the country. So yes, we don't come from the most positive backgrounds. So unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that gets portrayed about black people isn't the most positive. And the way media works, a lot of the stuff they portray a lot of times isn't the most positive. So with that, it can create these negative narratives that can, if someone is raised around, maybe their elders are racist and they aren't meant to be racist, but happen to be raised by people who are racist, and then see these negative narratives and the social medias and all that, it can create these negative stereotypes that it can almost end up creating these people. It is what it is. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of that shit, dude. Mainly because those negative narratives will always exist. You can find those on the social medias right now all the time. When they show the videos of people running in Louis and Gucci's and grabbing shit, it don't be a bunch of white people. Who would be? A bunch of black people, dude. When they show the fucking shootouts and shit, like, it don't be a bunch of white people. Who would be? A bunch of black people. So a lot of times those things, yeah, granted, we do because of the situations that we live in. It displays us, but you know, it's up to the people who interpret that information and know that's an isolated event. I should not assume every black person's like that, or every white person's like that, or every Mexican person's like that. That is an isolated event. That's really what it comes down to, you know.
But honestly, the way that they portray media and shit, they manipulate your mind.
They do. 1,000,000%.
because if that's the case, we would be seeing all white people as like school shooters.
No, but Kristen, we do though, in the sense that if we were to see,
It's just not as
no, we
they
do
don't play it as hard.
but in the
look
sense
at how
that
much bullshit that we see.
Kristen, in the sense that if we were to see a school shooter tomorrow, right, and he was a black kid, an African kid, people would be like, "What the fuck?
What's happening?"
They'd be
Something's
like,
wrong.
"What the?" So you know, in the end of the day, if you ask the average person to draw a school shooter, 9 times out of 10, that person's gonna be white. That they imagine.
Yeah.
So there's those biases that are created by the continued events that happen in those realms. White kids continue to shoot up schools. We continue to do things that make us look in negative light. It's up to us, though.
And women also like sell sex. I mean, all people do.
100%.
It's like, yeah.
That right there is an
'Cause how
issue.
did-
I don't think we should touch that.
But I feel like it's all a similar thing. Like you give up something.
Y'all don't
for
play
something.
fair with women. Y'all don't play fair with sex. Y'all sell it and say you get to sell it, but then get mad at the way men who are deprived from it, that's why they buy it, react to it.
Damn. Wait, hold on. You get the drop for that.
It's not fair. That's why I don't like to talk about it with women.
Well, I did see. I mean,
it's not
obviously,
fair. You can walk around, Kristen, right now, dressed like a prostitute, and say,
No, she couldn't.
Just no. I'm saying a female. I'm saying a female can walk around dressed.
Let's not say Kristen.
Yeah, not Kristen. Yeah, let's not say Kristen.
Terrence, I can't even look at you right now.
A woman can walk around just like a prostitute and say, "Hey, just because I'm dressed like one, it don't mean you get to." That is not right.
I mean, at the end of the day, we are entitled to have our own space. So, like, what if somebody just came up to you who, like, sexualizes, like, tall black dudes with dreads? Like, sexualize the fuck out of you. Like, that's just, like, when they see you, they lose their mind. And they came up to you and just started touching on you. And was like, well, you shouldn't be looking like that.
No. Hey, if that's something that's sexy...
I mean, I'm just saying it's like it's you can't
you're not saying anything wrong, Kristen, but put that in context of me actually doing something that's considered sexy. What I'm saying for women is something that is considered sexual.
Well,
it's
I think
sexy.
that we are all
That's sexy.
But we should all have like the ability to say yes or no and like autonomy over our body. So like if you want to have thoughts, feelings, whatever, but like as long as you don't touch another woman, like touch a woman just because she looks a certain way.
I agree.
Like that's it. Like that's
agree.
like, I mean, right. But that's the thing. Like,
can we flip this scenario or no? We can't.
It's not flippable.
It's not.
It's not.
I wanted to play devil's advocate. But
the only way it would ever exist in a flippable manner is if women, literally regardless of gender, had the same exact strength as men. So regardless of
because that's ultimately why
I wish that was actually the case. I wish regardless of gender, I wish men and women the same level of strength existed. That right there is literally the dynamic that kills everything. Because if any women could just be like, no, get the fuck off me, and hit a nigga in the face and knock him the fuck out, like, it is what it is. But like that dynamic as far as a man being able to always just like show his dominance, or a woman needing a nigga to open a jar, like both of those dynamics.
Sure.
Both of those. That
the jar thing's real though. Kristen's asked me to open a couple jars.
That's what I'm saying. Because I meant to say something. I would say something on a demon level and something on an innocent level. Something on a more or less just like why a woman just would always just love to have a man around. Is to,
So in the wild, like a lion, like a lioness, the female lion, she hunts and she gets everything to eat, and the male lion just like protects her.
Very crazy dynamic what Kristen is bringing up right now.
And I think that like, I don't know,
the most when I heard that, when I first discovered that, I thought it was crazy to me, because I thought that the man would be the nigga going around and getting all the food and shit like that. I didn't realize, the female, it made sense because, all right, women cook. All right, the female tiger, she goes and she collects
as a caregiver.
She gets all the food,
and the man is the protector.
He protects, which is like, in the greater scheme of things, yes, he protects. But what does he really protect? Because they're the dominant species. They don't realize that most people are afraid of a female lion. The niggas just chilling.
Yeah, but they still have to.
No. Most animals are afraid of the female lion. So the niggas, he's really, all right, his job is to protect everybody, right? The average nigga is afraid of her.
They're double scared now.
Exactly. They're double scared.
Because if she's doing the hunting, she's mad agile. She'll
she'll kill.
Yeah.
That's what I think comes from a level of ignorance. They obviously, if let's say we instantly give lions and tigers, or lions, human level fucking thinking, critical thinking, they'd be like, yo, what the female women tigers would be like, what the fuck? Why am I, nigga, get a job. Protect yourself. Get your own food. I can protect myself. They're afraid of me.
What about the cubs though? He's got to.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. That's really what I think.
You got to think about the littles.
In the end of the day, creating. You want to procreate.
That's every species.
That's every species. We all want to procreate. I'm getting to that point where I'm not really, but I'm just like, it's kind of cool.
Little mini sin.
Nah. Well, this world's whack, bro.
Man,
this world sucks, bro.
I feel like I would just have too many anxieties to
I feel like I'd have to apologize to a kid way too often. Like, I'm sorry I brought you into this bullshit. There's mad bullshit going on right now. So much bullshit. Yo,
welcome to the end of times, buddy.
Because either end. Cardi B tweeted the other day is bored being famous. So even if I push a kid to be the best version of him,
she's talking about fame though.
Yeah, that's the other end is like rich. Yes, there's maybe levels that might exist.
Rich that and not
have fame. Yeah, no, you're totally legit. Yeah, it's totally legit.
Honestly, there's a difference between being like rich and being wealthy, and the wealthy people are probably doing more than just being famous.
Yeah,
So
I mean, that's really where it's at. It seems like one is being incredibly wealthy and no one knowing who the fuck you are.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts.
That seems like it's really what the goal in life is to be as rich as possible and no one know who the fuck you are. That's really, I don't see any other way, because the fame, I can't go to the gas station.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I can't go to the fucking Rouse.
I mean, there's probably a lot of celebrities that feel that way, It's like
to move, they need bread. To move.
But even if you duck off and you hide out, that just means that when people see you, they're gonna geek you even more. If you're really who you say you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I saw Kendrick, I'd be gassed. I'd be like, yo, K-Dot.
I would be, but at the same time, I might say what up. If I walk by, I might. Yeah, I don't know. K-Dot. Yeah, I might say what up to this nigga.
Come on, man. What?
I might say what up to this nigga.
You just saw like Kendrick at the mall.
If I walk by this nigga, yeah, I'm gonna say if he's close enough for me to say.
I'm not like screaming down the block like, yo.
That's what I mean. As long as I don't have to scream out to this nigga.
No.
Yeah. If I can say what up to him in an intimate level where I'm like, yo, what's good, K-Dot? Like, I love all your work. I'm your biggest fan. I love you, nigga. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for this.
I'm so sorry for this, nigga. I'm sorry.
But I'm going to get a photo really quick.
Yeah. I love you, nigga.
Smile.
As long as I can get that close and that intimate where I can say that low enough where no one else hears that, then I'm good. I'm okay. Sick. Yeah. But if I gotta, there's no way I'm saying that long distance. Nah. If I see it, I'll be like, oh shit, yo, I'm gonna tell people, yo, I see Kendrick today, but nah. I gotta get mad close to this nigga, dude.
I passed Lil Wayne in the mall one time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But like back in like 2010.
Who's the most famous person you passed?
I see Nas at CVS, and then I've seen someone else.
The most famous person.
I met Kelly Rowland. That was pretty fucking cool.
The most famous head nod person I walked past was Barack Obama. In Boston, through the
That's fucking cool.
He gave me a nod. This was dumb.
He acknowledged you. He seen you.
He acknowledged me. Yes, that's pretty
fucking baller.
Yeah, it was as far as like people I've ever.
Barack Obama.
That's
Barack
pretty
Obama.
baller.
It was Barack Obama. This nigga was.
He just like had a hat and tilted it. He's like top of the morning.
No hat.
No cap.
Jacket. Half zipped up. Glasses. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nah, it's pretty cool. This nigga ran the country for 8 years.
Fuck.
That's probably.
He ran that shit in the same outfit for 8 years.
Yeah.
The half chick. The half. Never mind.
Nah. Yeah, that's probably the most famous head nod that I can think back. I'm like, yeah.
The only fangirl moment I've ever had is I seen Karamo from Queer Eye.
Who is that?
Karamo. from Queer Eye. If you don't watch the show,
wait. We watched the episode.
Yeah.
Which one is he?
He's the black guy.
Oh, okay.
So
he's a black guy in Queer Eye?
Yeah. So I seen him and I love him. And like, this was like, I was heavy on, I just want to say like, thank you to these people because I think they're so sweet. And I had messaged Karamo and said like, thank you. And then I just like, for being alive. And then I seen him and I was like, and I was like, I love you. And he was like, thank you. And he smiled at me really big. And it made honestly, my entire life.
I mean, having a good interaction with people who you admire or you fuck with is always hit or miss, because I hear a lot of famous people suck.
Yeah.
I hear they are trash.
But also, I think it depends on you and like what the vibe is, and like if the vibe is one way and you're going upstream and you ain't rocking right, like people are gonna act different to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's this dude I follow on Instagram, and he goes up to celebrities that he runs into, and he says they're other celebrities and says, "You're my favorite celebrity." And today, he ran into Young Thug and said, "Future, you're my favorite artist."
Oh, I've seen that.
You seen that, right? All right. So I follow that dude on Instagram. That's
fucked up.
That dude is funny because he walks up, because it's just funny to see. The way Young Thug react is not how most celebs react. Most celebs kind of just take it and just.
Was he mad as fuck?
He just kind of was like, "Nigga, get off of me!" Like, because he goes up to them and like hugs them. He's like, "Yo, my favorite artist!" Like, he goes up to him and he's like, "Yo," he went up to. He's walking by Young Thug and he's like,
"Yo, someone hug me, I'd have the same reaction."
He's like, "Future, my favorite artist," and he goes to hug him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because I think he's in Atlanta, and Atlanta is a very central area. Yo, it was fucking hilarious. The video is mad funny. But
I gotta see that.
Yeah, the video is mad funny. If you watch all of his videos, though, he walks up to celebrities all the time, and they just kind of take it on the chin. Like, a very funny one is him walking up to some basketball players, and it's just like saying other basketball players that they don't fuck with. Like, it's just like very funny to watch how people react to you assuming there's someone else. Like, yeah, man. But what else is fucking going on in today's world?
Wait, I saw this today, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but apparently there was a manager at a Foot Locker that was posting videos. Ultimately, he was ejaculating in the shoes and bringing them out to the customers.
There's no way. Is this recipe?
That's bizarre.
Huh? You gonna split that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you want?
Yeah, let me get some.
I gotta pee.
Sorry, T. There's no way. Do you really think? Hold on. So who was the first nigga to be like, "Yo, this nigga came in my shoe"?
Yo. He's like, "Yo, wait, what the fuck is that on the laces, bro?"
Do you think he got home and put the shoes on and was like, "Yo, is it come my shoe?"
Well,
my thing is, for people who don't know, hold on. For people he filmed it. For people who are just listening now who don't know the story, can we explain it for them? Do you have the story, T? Can we?
I mean, the story's simple. This manager got caught. Apparently, he posted a video of him like naked in the inventory section or whatever, and it come to find out he was fucking beaten off and coming in the shoes.
Coming in the sneakers? Chris is pissed. Yo, did you buy some shoes with this nigga?
What's the hiring process like for real? To a manager?
It's like, nah.
So he just. It's 8 a.m. on a Monday, bro. You're gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? Check the inventory real quick.
Get a couple blasts.
This nigga was like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna buy my time. I'm gonna work here for like 4 years."
Realistically, how many shoes do you think you could blast off into? Like,
I mean, you could like you could probably like lay them out in a row, and you could just
a good enough nut for people to notice that there's nut in their shoe. I got one pair of shoes, and even in one pair of shoes, I only got one shoe out of that shit.
Imagine someone tries on the shoe. Oh,
there's no way. If I'm jerking off multiple times, the amount of nut going into other shoes,
I feel like you would be exhausted after like
is that
like a few.
What's going on with this guy though? We really need to talk about that.
Was it over several days?
This got mad nut.
Is this like one nut a day?
Was it like someone he didn't fuck with?
Or is this like
he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get naked and I'm gonna beat off in his shoes.
I mean, in the end of the day, he's nutting in people's shoes that probably did nothing to him. That's my thing.
That's bizarre.
That's the biggest issue. Is there's some dude?
Bizarre.
There's some dude who wanted to get some Kyries just to ball in.
You feel me? It's been a while.
It's been a minute. He's trying to start off 2022 right.
You know, get
he's
a
like,
fresh pair.
fresh pair. This nigga just did nothing in his Kyries.
Not fresh at all.
Not fresh.
Tainted.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
I'm wondering how real this story is. I'm hoping it's like fib and not real. But like you said, T, they got like video footage or whatever it is. I don't know if that necessarily makes it real, but that's unfortunate. I wonder what is going on. What do you think? Is it? You think it's like homie like going through it? Like you think he's got a gripe?
He hates somebody. That I don't know, bro. I need to hear more about this story because
I need to know what his gripe is, why he's doing it.
Yeah, let's get a.
Because if it's out of personal pleasure, then of course I think he's gonna instantly catch the "you're a fucking nasty ass motherfucker." Now, if it's out of the job screwing him in some way, out of a raise or promotion or something, I still think he's gonna catch the "you're a nasty motherfucker." Why are you hurting the customer?
Can you pass me that charger over there?
Which one?
Right underneath the. It's plugged into the wall.
This one?
Yeah.
This is mine.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. What do you?
Shit.
Chris, yeah.
My battery's dying. I think it's the block. Yeah, this is a smaller block. I don't know why I keep getting the smaller block.
Just got the smaller block. Chris, I got the big block. That's why.
Big block.
Cause you're doing too much. You need a big block. If it
went up 1% though.
I think regardless of whatever the reason is, this nigga is doing it. I think he's because of what he's doing is gonna be a bad look on him. There's no way he's gonna get sympathy. Because even if he was doing it because the job, let's say he's doing it because the job was fucking him over, the job was screwing him over. He deserved a raise, a promotion, and he wasn't getting it for whatever reason. I think regardless of it, that he's not gonna get sympathy from people. Like,
I would hope not. I feel like that's unjustifiable.
Yeah, it's unjustifiable. You're right. It is unjustifiable.
One thing, you're at work. Another thing, you're butt ass. And third of all, you're beating off in customer sneakers. Like, that is fucking wild.
I think it goes more to it. I think it goes more to the fact that he was able. All right. I would think that was weird.
Wait, what? It's weird regardless.
I would think that was weird if it was. Can you imagine it happening with someone, your coworker, someone you work with every day?
Like if I went to work and Jessica was like doing that, I'd be
so that's what I mean. So the fact that he can maintain a level of like you said, he was the manager.
He was climbing.
The fact that he got to the degree where people trusted him, and the only reason they caught him was because of the camera and the come in nigga shoes.
That's so weird.
Cause niggas had come in their shoes and it was cameras.
Wait, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yo,
man,
I don't even know how I even go to my Foot Locker and be like, yo, I bought these Forces.
This is nut if I've ever seen it.
And it ain't mine. We can do a DNA test. The nut ain't mine.
This come in these shoes I just bought yesterday. I tried on another pair and you said you sold me a brand new pair.
Trying to sell them back.
Shoes.
And explain that? That's gotta be rough.
I did not bust in these shoes.
I don't know how to explain it to you, but this is not my nut, and I need a refund.
No, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. What is this? What did you put Simply Spike? What is Simply Spike lemonade? What is this?
Oh, so you know Simply Lemonade?
Yeah.
They're coming out with a spiked like drink, mixed alcoholic beverage.
What do you mean spiked?
Like a
spiked
seltzer
lemonade,
water.
like a.
But like spiked lemonade, like Mike's Hard.
Mike's Hard Lemonade is already have alcohol in it, right?
But it's probably something similar.
Hold on. What do you? Hold on. I'm trying to.
It's just from Simply, so I think it's gonna. It might be
Like a cleaner. I don't know.
Oh, it's
Because Simply's brand is supposedly very clean and streamlined.
Oh, it's from Simply.
You come on, Simply be hitting.
They do, but I that's where I fucked up at. I didn't understand. Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's about time. I'm sure they linked with the right company, and they got the right. Like it's about time. Like they know. They need. I'm sure they're excited about it. That seems like a cool company to work for. To be like, yo, we're about to start. Can you imagine like being able to? That's almost like working for a company and them like being like, all right, we're about to open up the OnlyFans version of our company. That's literally you're working for a water company and they're like, yo, we're about to do fucking liquor now.
Like Harbor Freight and Tools.
Yo, 100%. That's fucking amazing. Nah, shout out to them. This ain't no fucking endorsement. They need to fucking pay us for that. So fuck them until they fucking send it. But we'll do a taste test here. Can you do this? Can you drink that? Can you do the?
It's coming in the summertime, so we'll
do a taste test and we'll see how that shit is. If they want to send the free, which they should send it through, but the taste test will still be real.
I mean, we did the cacti one, and
yeah, but you got fucked up off that shit,
and we'll never see that shit again. It's discontinued.
Yo, facts. Actually, I take that back. We will see it again.
Do you think so?
Yes. There's no Travis is taking a break right now. He almost is getting a vacation. He's getting a vacation right now.
Should have made a soda.
The only thing I currently wonder is what his next album will be about, like content wise. What he's going to actually rap about on his next album, like lyrics. What the lyrics will be on his next album is the only thing I give a fuck about, because I know Travis.
Did really go to Travis for lyrics though?
No. Cool. Because here's the thing, he's gonna always have the best beats, right?
Okay.
He's always gonna have the best vocal melodies, all that, right?
That's half of what his music is, though. Is melody.
But up to this point, Travis has been able to get away with saying whatever he wants because no one gives like the way he lives is just very carefree.
But none of the shit even really matters.
Let me finish. Everything up to this point has been all carefree. Dating and having a kid with Kylie, all the shit he's been living has been very carefree. 9 people died at his fucking last show. What is this nigga's next album gonna be about?
You think it's gonna be emotional?
Whatever it's going to be about, my ears are listening. Whatever it's gonna be, because if let's say he chooses to make his next album about everything but that, people are gonna say some shit.
But like, I couldn't even tell you what his last album was about.
That's what I mean, though. But his last album, it didn't matter what it was about because 10 people didn't die at his fucking show.
But what if it's just another album that doesn't really matter what it's about?
If he releases an album and doesn't mention what happened at the show, says, let's say, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to see. Let's say.
So what if that happens?
Me personally,
right?
I think people will tear this nigga to shreds. If he says absolutely nothing. If he says absolutely nothing. If he says like, what I'm expecting is some level of memorial, some level of remembrance, some level of like yo, I fucked up. Like I think that's what I imagine with Travis. That's what
you would
expect.
Yeah.
If he does nothing, let's say he releases his next album and says nothing about what happened to Astro.
Do you still fuck with him after that?
Me personally, I think It's not that because the way I look at Travis, me personally, and Travis as an artist, because me being a hip hop artist myself, I know he found, when it comes to rap and music, every artist is looking for their niche. Because once you find your niche, you can just make music in your niche, and that you're good.
So would you still fuck with him if that's what happened?
What I would think, yes. Me personally, because what I get out of Travis is so bare minimum. I just get melody. I go to Travis for melodies, tunes, beats. Lyrical content is not what I go to. But if you watch the Netflix documentary Astroworld, there are people who go to Travis for his content. There are people who go to Travis for his energy more than just what I get the bare minimum on Travis. I don't go to Travis for any of that shit. He's not a rapper to me. He's more like a melody artist. He's more like a vibe artist, mood artist. There are people who watch fucking
Astro.
There are people who say this nigga saved their life.
I know that's. I mean, hey.
There are people whose lives were. Are you serious? Travis saved your life, bro? It's lit. It's lit. Saved your life. All right, my nigga. All right, fine. If that's the case, then that's what I mean, T. Those people, even those people though, even those people who love Travis, they're looking for Astro World content on his next album. Whether it's him asking for forgiveness or whatever it is, they're looking for that. There's no way he can release another album and not talk about it in any way, shape, or form.
What do you think, Kristen?
I think if he puts out an album and does not acknowledge it, I will have no redeeming qualities left for him. Like, where I care to like play his music ever again. Honestly, I just feel like you owe it to the people. Like even
the sale, like whatever you do,
you can't. You have to. Like I'm all about accountability. You can't just
put out music. You cannot.
And he can take and I feel like that's how you take accountability in this. Like to actually like help people is like with your art, like transmute all of that and like make something beautiful from it.
But then
like,
at that point, if we expect that, then he has to change his entire vibe with music.
Dude, that album, well, like, that album he was probably.
I think that's the point. Is that album his vibe got people killed.
Because it's Utopia was the next album was supposed to come out. Utopia is the next album supposed to come out. I think that album probably was very close to being done, bro.
But we've had this discussion, and we agreed that like ultimately, it's not necessarily Travis or his vibe or the music that is the cause of what happened. It was no. Wait, hold on, bro. I let you finish. Let me finish.
That's not it.
And it's a fact that like there's so many other variables to what went down, like the venue being overcrowded, you know, the lack of security. So ultimately,
facts.
I think that he has an entitlement to address it. I don't think that necessarily we have to expect him to pivot his entire style of music, because in the end of the day,
just for one album.
No.
Because at the end of the day, if Travis doesn't do it, someone else will. That like, there's always going to be music with an intense vibe.
As far as like pivot to that.
Like, no, like in terms of like this type of style of music that like gets people amped up. Like if it's not Travis, it's going to be another artist.
I agree.
Him changing.
He's got artists on him that are ready to amp other niggas.
I mean, in the interview, he said that he was gonna like try to make sure that this was a moment where he creates change so that this never happens again. So maybe you do have like something that it has like a lot of rage like behind it, or that's like the whole the culture of it or whatever. But the future would just be, okay, if that's the case, like don't rush the stage, you guys, like, and like let that be a thing.
Because Mosh Pit's have been around for
there's no way you're telling me right now if Travis musically from here on out let's say he never in any bar, any song ever addressed Astroworld ever. Any song he came up with the rest of his life.
What would you want him to say though?
He has to find. I just feel like artistically, like if you cannot transmute emotions from this horrid experience, and
because
like
he didn't do it. He didn't do it well.
What kind of artist are you?
He did not do it well talking to us. He didn't do it well. He's never communicated. Travis, when he tried to communicate right after it happened, it did not come off well. When he tried to do it in,
and it could be very sincere, but it just doesn't like he's not good at it. When he tried
to do it in the Charlemagne interview, it did not come off well. I think personally, Travis talks best to people musically. What he creates sonically, I think is his best level of communication with people, because obviously he's a very socially awkward person. You see how he takes photos. He takes photos, he doesn't even look at the fucking camera. Socially, he's obviously not tapped in the way the average person is. If he doesn't create something sonically to kind of encapsulate, I will always look at him as an incomplete artist that he wasn't able to.
Sonically, if he does it, it makes sense. But that's what
I'm talking about. I'm talking about sonically.
If he didn't incorporate it into his bars,
I'm talking about sonically. Sonically? If he doesn't,
I'm sure we'll see some type of mood tracks or
because Travis isn't a bars artist, so I think it would be it'd be a whole package. Maybe bars you get from him might not be crazy.
It's more the vibe.
It'll be vibe, 100%. If Travis doesn't create something to kind of like say like, yo, I fucked up. This is horrible. I'm sorry. I feel like from everything I see from Travis, he possesses that capability. Am I wrong? Am I crazy for thinking that? Or am I crazy for expecting that from Travis? Realistically.
I don't know what the right move is for him, because like I originally thought that he had to come out and make a statement, but everything that I've seen him do is just been
bad. It's
horrible.
No good. But that's what I mean, though. All right, so when I put myself in Travis' shoes, think about this, T. Think about you being a socially awkward person, you not being able to communicate correctly with everyone.
Valid.
But they love everything you do and what you create, your music, right?
Okay.
In this situation, something like this happening, everything he's trying to do, communication is kind of like the things you would think initially to do the interview, release a statement, say something straight to the fans. He's not good at it because he doesn't do it. What does he do is release the music. I feel like musically he should be able to create something to make me feel like, yo, I love you, Travis. You did not intend for this to happen. Like, this is really where you talk to the people. I feel like personally he should be able to create this vibe, that vibe. If he can't, oh well, I don't hold it against him, but in the end of the day, I think it'll hurt him. If he can, regardless if it's on his next album or not, I feel like he should be working on that. That should be his lead song for his next project, is that vibe as far as like, yo, I love you guys. This wasn't, and I think it's doable personally. I think it's doable. In today's day and age, I think it's doable. I don't think it's impossible to do. Is to create a song that like, or create a vibe that like, it's just like, yo, people fuck with. Because realistically, they miss this nigga. There's no one who's making music like this, like Travis, like that.
Yeah, we'll see, man. It's gonna happen soon. I feel like
1,000,000%.
He's not gonna go this whole year silent. There's no way,
dude. There's no way, because what does he do? What does he make money on? Music. Travis isn't an actor. He's not a comedian. He's not a streamer. He's not a fucking podcaster.
And he lost a lot of deals too.
He lost mad deals. But here's the thing about all the deals that he lost, is that I think all the deals he lost were only put on hold personally. Because I think everyone who stepped away from Travis realistically thinks Travis is still good. People just needed a little time, a break away from him because of what happened.
Sure.
They're like, fuck. Because realistically, when you look at the situation, the average, when you look at it, it's very hard for me to convince for me to be convinced that Travis is 1,000,000% to blame for what went down.
He's not.
And that's really,
he's not 100% accountable. There was so much, like we said, bro. There's just too many other things going on
that you can't necessarily blame him. But at the same time, there's the level of responsibility.
There's definitely a level of accountability.
The accountability that you wanted to see him have, T, on that next single. On that track, bro.
I guess we'll see it when we see it.
I hope, I pray for it.
I mean, I thought it was pretty cool that Cardi B was like planning to cover the funeral costs of the people in the Bronx fire because
She's
that's amazing. And I think they were like accepted it.
I think like that's a blessing, you know, in a situation like that, and it's super left field, and it just kind of speaks for the type of person.
And they just get for real, and just to get other bad news out. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, his daughter. His 2-year anniversary today.
Yeah, definitely.
Of everyone who died in that helicopter crash. I think there's 7 other people who died in that helicopter crash. But we lost a Black Mamba and his daughter, and it was mad. I'm not gonna even hold you. It's been mad. I couldn't even tell you the last time I cried, but like legit cried. But like every morning I get ready to First Take, and they did a special like segment on Kobe, and they played like his shit, and like the shit like legit. Like I'm getting ready for work, and I legit broke down and started crying, bro. Just because like I never even met this nigga. I never even met the man. I just know him from a sports aspect, and just like his energy and just what he brought to just like his effect on so many people, that it just like it just broke me down the way he went out.
Yeah, just the way he died was
the way
so
Kobe
tragic,
died is
dude.
just like it just broke my heart. It just was just heartbreaking, dude. It's just so heartbreaking. And it's just like
you could still feel his energy,
bro. It's fucking crazy, man. What when people say the word energy and what it is, and how it like vibrates through the spaces and rooms, and how it can make someone feel, is just insane, bro. And I'm just like, it's something that I can't deny that as I've gotten older, I've gotten more tapped in with, but it's just something that like I hope everyone's just aware of and tapped in with, honestly.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe
and
Bryant,
Gigi, and the rest of the people that
for
were
real, 100%.
Rest in peace,
because like, whew. You'll never be forgotten, for real.
Yeah, man. I mean, do we have anything else we want to hit on? I guess.
Yeah.
In some lighter news, we're gonna go check out that Kanye documentary. Got some tickets.
Facts. Yeah, let's see. Yo, hold on, real quick. Yeah, real quick.
Little end of the day shit.
For real. What is up with that shit? That shit is crazy. I am excited for that shit. Hold on. So is that 1 day, 2 day? What's going on?
I mean, it's I think it's 1 day, and it's just like 4.5 hours of documentary. So buckle up.
Hold on. It's 1 day. So hold on. We're about to watch the whole thing in 1 day?
I think so.
All right. Can you handle? Are you guys ready for that shit?
I mean, I'm gonna bring some coffee for sure. I'm not falling asleep for that.
Nah, I'm not falling asleep for it either.
Yeah.
But I just was making sure.
That 7 p.m. showing though is, man, it's getting up there. 4 hours? What is that?
Oh, that's true. It's at 7 p.m., huh?
Yeah.
I'm making sure I'm gonna take that whole day off just so I can just
rest up,
whole day.
do some stretches.
I'm gonna make sure I take, because it's on a Thursday, right?
It
I'm
is
gonna make
on
sure
Thursday.
I take that Thursday off so I can just like be ready to walk into that well rested.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bring a little coffee or some tea.
Because
it's gonna be a long ride.
Regardless of the well, that's the thing though. Like as long as the information is exciting,
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
The music is gonna be good, so
oh man,
it's gonna be a vibe.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, man.
Yeah. For people who don't know what we're talking about, we have the early passes, and we're gonna go be one of the first to see Genius, the Kanye documentary that's on Netflix.
Yes, sir.
So I'm super excited for that shit.
Oh wait, side note off of Kanye, I seen a photo of Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, and he had on the same shoes you had, the green ones.
Oh yes, he did have a pair.
I was
when
like,
we sent him those pair. Yeah, no, I peeped that. He had his. He's been posting that Pete Davidson's been wearing his shoes.
Kanye?
Oh really? That's funny. No.
Wait, who are you talking about?
So you remember the shoes that I brought through a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. I've seen the photos.
David's been wearing those shoes.
Got it.
Shout out Woo. Shout out. I mean, I guess Pete Davidson. Shout out the Whooshes. Them shit is fire.
Have you been wearing them?
I haven't worn them yet. No, I haven't worn them yet. Because I was gonna wear them when I went to San Francisco, but you told me to wear walking shoes. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, you'd have to swap the whole insole.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. But yeah, no, I haven't worn them yet, but I will. I'm wearing some. Don't worry.
For sure.
Don't worry, people. The drip will be out soon.
There it is.
Oh, are we? Oh,
yeah. I had to cut that shit.
We cut that shit, but it don't matter because we are back, and it's the end of the day. And at the end of the day
podcast.
Another episode.
Another one.
Thank you guys.
147.
Thank you, y'all. Whoa, 40. It's your boy Sin Supreme.
147. We lit out here.
We super lit.
Wait, there's no drops.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, it's me,
Why?
Chris and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and it's me, T.
T will exclusive.
Yeah, we're fucking lit.
Gang.
Later,
EOD.
y'all.
We'll see you guys next week.
End of the
Peace.
day podcast.